All right, we are live. Happy Monday, everybody. This is the Dreamer. This is your buddy, the Dreamer, and we're just hanging out today. We're going to have a talk with my guest, Mr. Alex Lozano of the United Music Alliance. And today, before my guest is in the green room right now, today, before I bring my guest out, very quickly want to give a big shout out to my beautiful wife, Cindy Gomber Dunham, to Alex Lozano, Jay Lance Remy, Karina Shear over at Rage Free Magazine, RageFreeRadio.com, Rage Free Global, Rage Free Staff, Shauna O'Donnell over at O'Donnell Media and Marketing in Whittier, California. The list is endless, but those are my morning shout outs this morning. We will be talking and meeting Mr. Lozano in just a few seconds. I also want to say that I've been doing more recorded shows lately. So I will be uploading to the Dreamers Life on YouTube. For every Thursday, a brand new upload every Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. And my live shows will be throughout the week, depending on guest availability. And do consider checking out my PayPal, making a donation to the channel. Goes into my show production, not in my pockets. Thank you, everybody. You're watching Hanging with the Dreamer, and my name is The Dreamer. Let's bring our guests on now. Let's have a chat with Mr. Alex Lozano. Hey, Alex, welcome to the show.
Hey, I love hanging with the Dreamer, man. You're awesome, brother. I love it. This is fantastic. Just wish I was better prepared, but here we are. So let's get it on.
Well, here's Music Therapy Labs. He's saying, "Hey, Will, what's up?"
Will, how does my voice sound? Does it sound okay there?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Let me ask you this real quick. Let me tell me what this sounds like. Otherwise, because I don't want to embarrass myself. Hold on. Can you hear this okay?
Yeah.
Does it sound okay? Or
yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay, well then maybe I could actually do a song here in a little bit or something.
Sure,
I have some material I'm working on, and my song. The great thing about my songs, Will, is that they're short and straight to the point. So
that's the way to do it.
I think so. We all have the attention span of a fly, basically nowadays. And social media anybody who tells you it hasn't desensitized the world is full of shit. So just my opinion. My dream ninja. When I think about you, because ninjas are so awesome, whatever. I'll never forget the first time when Jay turned me on to your program, and he was just talking about you, almost like you were his big brother, and just speaking so well of you. And but it comes over so well, Will. I mean, what you're trying to do, your mission statement without having a mission statement, So it's I know you're all about the bands and stuff, and this really plays into your personality, obviously. But yeah, Hempfest this coming weekend, Houston, Texas. If you're anywhere in Texas, fly in. Anybody who flies, I'll tell you this: anybody who flies in from out of state, not from Texas, because you can drive from here, right? But anybody who's listening to this show and flies into Houston, Texas this weekend will get into Hempfest for free. All you have to do is say what state you're from. Don't say Texas, because that don't count. But if you're from Colorado, Amsterdam, anywhere, you can get the Dreamer, because the Dreamer is literally worldwide. So anybody who comes to Houston, Texas, I will let you in for free. But you got to show me. You got to say the Dreamer, and you got to show me an out-of-state license, and then I'll get you free, because I work really hard for my money. So hey, that's pretty cool. That just popped into my head. Come from anywhere in the world. If you heard this and you say the Dreamer, you get in for free. And then they
That's
get to hang out
wonderful.
with me, and I'm not going to charge them for that. So, that's a bonus.
There you go. Wow, that's very gracious. Thank you, sir. The Hempfest. Break down who are the bands
That's
playing
awesome. Fantastic question, Dreamer. I
at
was hoping
the.
you were gonna ask me that. So, United Music Alliance presents Houston Hempfest, BFE Rock Club, which is a very famous club known all around the world. Frank Alato he's like our version of the Sopranos, wise guy, but from total New York, but he's all about the music and having a good time. And Shane is one of the owners, and then they also have another owner named Bill, who is an excellent drummer. He plays in a Double Vision, a foreigner tribute band. So, to have owners like that, a club is going to stay. It's going to stay around for a long time. So Saturday, August the 20th, on the Hemp Fest stage, which is the main stage inside, I'm going to kick off the show very early so I can get back to work. But my project is the Alex Anthony project. Unfortunately, it looks like it might just be me and my acoustic guitar because of scheduling issues with some of my band members. But I never cry over spilt bong water, so I'll be okay. Can you hear me okay, Dreamer? Oh, okay. And then next is actually the host of the whole weekend, my good friend NOLA Ray, which lately, because I've only known her just for a few months prior to the Homegrown Festival, but this girl, she is absolutely the blonde-headed Houston version of Amy Winehouse.
Phenomenal.
She's got soul. She can sing, just like everybody else. We all have our trials and tribulations. She's going through stuff. Heck, we're all going through stuff. Everybody's got their own thing they're going through. But that's why I picked her. She's an amazing talent. She's got that energy. And plus, I can't be on two stages at the same time. I don't have a teleporter machine yet, so till that happens. And then at 6:30, kind of have a little sad story to tell, but I got to get it out there, and hopefully I won't cry or anything. But one of my good friends, Steve Ferret of the band Hell Diablo and his old band Zinc from New Orleans, nobody would ever do any shows with these bands from so far out of town, Dreamer, because they can't really bring a crowd, and bars, they have to make money to survive.
Yeah.
But I always found room for them. And God rest his soul, he passed away a little over a month ago. Just kind of blew my mind. The crazy thing is, when he must have died about 4 or 5 hours before I checked my mail, and I got his new CD in, and I'm not going to open it until next Saturday when he's supposed to play at 6:30, kind of like a minute of silence for this badass fallen musician, and show him love, So I miss him a lot. That's for you, Steve. The show is dedicated to you, brother. I know you're up there in heaven hanging out with Van Halen and Jesus and all the Hendrix and all the great ones. So I miss him a lot. And this show and this festival, this gathering of all these incredible artists, it's totally dedicated to him. So after him is one of my new favorite people, and yours too, Robert, the CREECH Creature Preacher Project. He goes on at 8 p.m. Saturday, August the 28th at the Hemp Festival. To me, he's kind of like a Texas Trans-Siberian Orchestra thing he does. For me, it's just, he just needs some more instruments in there, right? After him, one of my most favorite bands. I love these guys. I've been friends with the lead singer for a long, long time. He used to be in a band. Randy Bailey used to be the leader of a band called Engine 69 many, many moons ago. And now he is with a brand new band. Well, they're not new. They've been around for a little while, but they're called 515. And have you talked to those guys? Have they got to hang with the Dreamer yet?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh well, we're gonna fix that real quick. Like in the next 24 hours, that's going to be rectified, and we'll talk a little bit about that a little later, my friend.
That's
But they're
great.
definitely deserving. They're definitely deserving of the Dreamers' time, and you'll love them because they really are a true band of brothers. You know, going through their own trials and tribulations. But they're a hardworking band. Billy Elliott, you got Sean, you got Spyro. They're badass guitar player. They got a couple of new members that have just joined, which I'm not real familiar with. But the core of that band is, Randy Bailey, Billy Elliott, their drummer. He's a pounder. His girl is absolutely amazing. She always helps out the band. And I just really love those guys, obviously. And then after them, DUBTRINE, which you had probably one of the best interviews that I've heard in a long time with Moses and Emily and the guys. So DUBTRINE goes on at 11 p.m. And then Nick, Matt, and the boys from the very popular Texas rock band Post Profit.
Yeah.
They end the night on the Hempfest stage. They go on after midnight. They're going to do about an hour or so set, and everybody's going to have a good time. Let me go ahead and go over to the outdoor stage, which I'm calling the hydro stage. And, that's a good word for that because it's going to be very hot outside and they need to stay hydrated on the hydro stage. So I'll be making sure they got plenty of water so nobody has a heat stroke.
Well, Alex, I do have, not to interrupt you, I do have a question. In
No,
the
ask me
chat
anything, please.
from Music Therapy Labs, he's, how can we find some of these bands' music?
Oh, if you'll punch in any of their names, it'll probably pop right up on any internet. I know most of them have links and stuff. I don't have all of their links. A few of the bands are relatively new and don't, have that whole put together. But if they just punch in the correct spelling of each one of the, or if you can get a hold of some of their links for me, Dreamer, or whatever, however you can reach out with your worldwide reach, out of Los Angeles, California. Oh, and also too, guys, please be sure to take care of the Dreamer. He's got PayPal, Cash App. Send him some money. He's doing some really, really good work. I plan on working with him in the near future. I've got another show I'm going to be talking to you about, something a little different. I'm doing a much smaller show, but just as kick-ass. I think you're going to like it because it's something different that I'm trying to do because I'm all fested out with Homegrown Fest, Hemp Fest, Festus. I mean, right now my middle name is Fester. I'm so fested out. So I'm doing something a little different September the 18th. But so on the hydro stage, the outdoor stage, it should be called the hot as hell stage. Because I already told the band, I said, look, it's going to be really hot out there. So we're kicking it off with a really interesting band that has got to be one of the longest names for a band. I said, guys, you got to shorten that and come up with a really cool logo. But they're called the Maryland Monroe Memorial Church. Pretty long name, huh? But there's some good guys. Yeah, the Maryland Monroe Memorial Church. They go on 5. Oh, I actually missed. Stone is actually going to open up for them at 3:30. Kick off the outdoor stage.
All right.
A real great young up and coming band with my new friend Zachary. I think he's only 17 or 18, but he's just this great feel. I actually got him to play for Tommy, who's the booking agent and the sound guy over at Acadia, one of Houston's more popular rock bars, and he needed a band. So I suggested Zachary and Stone play, and man, they tore it up. Considering they only had 28, 48 hours to prep, very impressive young cat. It's kind of like that blues rock psychedelic stuff, but he's got it down and he sings like a banshee. So let me see what it is. Oh, Doug Westcott. He's a singer-songwriter, dreamer. This guy is really, really good. I'm going to get him to get all these people that I'm talking to, the ones that I know that you have in contact, they will be contacting you shortly.
Awesome.
So yeah, Doug Westcott, I'll be recommending him to get a hold of you. And of course, you've already talked to John and A State of Mind.
Yeah, that'll be tonight.
Oh, is that coming out tonight? Will I get to see that tonight?
Yeah, 6:30 live, 8:30
Awesome.
Texas time.
Well, I'll try to see that, but I'll know if I can, I'll be able to. You'll send it to me, and I can share it with the world, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, John and I have a great epic conversation plan. 6:30 tonight Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Texas time p.m. And I'm looking forward to this. John and I have been talking quite a bit, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. This is going to be a real good thing. I'm excited.
You know, in the near future, we're going to get you out here, and you can just set up at the festival and just be you live from Houston, Texas. We're going to make that happen.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, that's totally going to happen. So so I've got one more band, and then we'll be completely done with all of the kick-ass bands for Saturday, August the 28th, this coming Saturday, at a BFE Rock Club for the Houston Hempfest. And this band, they live pretty close to Galveston, Santa Fe, South Houston, but they're called CYMBLEM. They've been around a long time. They have a version of a rock metal version of In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins that will knock your boots off. Chad and the guys, this is my first chance to work with them, and these guys have been around for like over 10 plus years, and we finally got, things happen for a reason, so now we're hooked up with this, and now they're part of the United Music Alliance network of bands and all the different things I'm doing and trying to pull off. Did you want to ask a couple of questions before I move to Sunday's lineup?
Well, yeah. So it's a venue, the BFE Rock Club. Now,
world famous venue. They have famous rock bands play there all the time. Local showcase. They cover almost every music genre you can think of. It says BFE Rock Club, but they have rap, hip hop, metal, death metal, singer-songwriter. I mean, it's easily one of the most diverse clubs around, Well, they just want to do a fair deal with everybody, and the bands get to keep the door, and they take care of everybody there. They got a great wait staff. Yeah, I can't thank those guys enough, since there's really not a lot of quality live music venues in Houston.
Well, I know about the BFE Rock Club because of, Stress Level Red. And
Mike is like one of my best buddies. I mean, I go so far back with him. He's obviously the sick man, right? Well, he usually replies to me as like, "You're the dreamer. I'm also the music Jedi." My show will be going on real soon here, as soon as I get a little time, and I can't wait to interview you on my show.
Thank you.
And that's going to be the Music Jedi show, something like that. I don't know, whatever. Like for instance, right now, everybody, I give the Dreamer Worldwide Radio Show 5 out of 5 lightsabers. Says me, the Music Jedi. Yeah,
thank you.
Me. Yeah, 5 out of 5. I can't remember the last time I gave somebody 5 out of 5 lightsabers.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're in good company. But anyway, Jay, about 2 years ago, we both put together, I had an idea similar to what you're doing, but more of a live, to where the bands are playing at a venue kind of thing, but what you're doing, but in that situation, called Audio Impact Live. And I just haven't found the right venue to pull the trigger. Once you pull the trigger, you can't call the bullet back,
No, you can't.
Fire and forget.
Yeah, you can't pull the bullet back at all. That's for sure. That's for sure. And that kind of the same goes for scheduling with people. When
Oh
like
yeah. It takes a, it really takes a serious commitment to communicating with each other, because so many of us are scatterbrained and this, that, and another, and some people don't want to admit it, or too muchismo, all that bullshit,
yeah.
and I can go ahead and say it right now, because I am a musician that sometimes we can be a little sensitive, the artistic part. I mean, because the last I was told, for the last 25 plus years, it's called the music business, not the music, let's use each other and not help each other out. No, it's not. It's called the music business. Hey, listen, while I got you here, before I forget, I'm working on a brand new tune, but it's just an instrumental. Can I play that for you?
Oh, sure.
I think I'm going to call this Can't Wait, but right now it could be changed up, because like right now I just have the music, and I put it out on Facebook a week or two ago, and I got a really good response. So I figured, and it's real short, I'm just going to give you a small little montage of it. And like I told you before, my songs are very short to begin with, but it'll give you an idea, and I think you'll like it, because I think you told me that you like acoustic music too.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Well, this is my girl. Her name is Butterscotch. You might not get a picture, but I can show you. That's what she looks like. She's amazing. And my buddy Bear, who built my mobile stage, here's to you, Bear. Also, he's living now in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and he sold this to me. And then he got famous guitar maker Mike Ned, who makes guitars for a bunch of famous people. He's just in Conroe, Texas. He set the guitar up, because before it was a turd, and now it sounds amazing. So can I play this little piece for you and your listeners?
Sure.
It's just real short, and no serious working title. I think I'm going to call it Can't Wait right now, but I'm not sure. No lyrics, just an instrumental. So guys, I hope you like this. This is also dedicated to you, Dreamer, my dream ninja. All right, here we go. Like I said, it's just real short and sweet. I don't even have any lyrics for it, but I was compelled to play it though. Oh no. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad.
So I'm sure it'll be okay. So
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I just want to make sure everybody knows that I love playing music just like the artists I work and represent.
cool. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I'm able to relate to them a lot better because the music part, the part that runs through my veins, just like the artist I work with.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I know for a fact that I relate to them on a whole nother level because, I get to play for them and we jam out. Like Moses, a lot of people don't know from DUBTRINE is actually the bass player, or he's helping me out, and he's also recording my music. So I've got a bunch of world-class musicians and producers that want to work with me. I just don't have that much time because I'm working with everybody else's music. Just like you, like if you were playing in a band or something, but God, you've already got a full-time job being the dreamer, so that's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's an adventure. It's an adventure. The thing I wanted
It's
to,
not just a job, but it's an adventure.
it is an adventure, without a doubt. So I wanted to ask you about oh, by the way, for anybody that's watching this right now and anybody who's going to catch this on the replay, you're watching Hanging with the Dreamer with your host, me, your buddy the Dreamer, and my guest today is Mr. Alex Lozano. So what I wanted to what I wanted to ask you was being a promoter, being a
Special event coordinator. We had this talk, my friend. No, I'm just playing. No. I don't mind being called the P word because I've actually been told by Jay that I'm a good, great promoter because I actually put the footwork in.
Yes.
But I promote out of default because, like I said, I have people like the Dreamer and Jay helping spread the word out online and adding value and getting people to come to my shows. But yeah, it's not beneath me to pass out 1,000 flyers, hang up posters. I mean, if you're going to derive from the community, you really do have to give back.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're absolutely right. So, from with that being said, from that standpoint, what would you say the hardest thing is about what you do, and what would you say the easiest thing is about what you do?
Okay. Well, one of the top number one thing is not being able. I consider myself a fantastic communicator because I'll actually listen to what the other person wants to say or what do they need. Like for instance, how can I help you, Dreamer? Take the initiative and find out what I got to do to help you out, and then. But see, I help people because I want to, not because I think they're going to give me something back in return. Now, if people are doing that, I don't like that. People do. Now, there's different situations like you're this business that promotes bands around the world. That's something a little bit different. What I'm saying is that a communication between bands and artists, being able to separate the artistry from the business, the music business. It's not called the music. Hey, let's just smoke some weed and do drugs and drink and yeah. No, you got to put the work in. It cracks me up how local bands always knock people like Justin Bieber or Nickelback, but everybody in those bands have like a couple of 100 million in the bank. They sold millions of records. So I don't understand why bands always make fun of other bands. I don't understand that. Oh, and the easiest part with working with all these incredible bands is just that part. I get inspired, so I get to hang out with somebody who I actually care about, who I do not think of as a number. I mean, I will actually pick any of these bands up. I will not bail them out of jail, but I will pick them up from jail take them to Whataburger, and drive them home. Now, I don't think there's another promoter, event coordinator in Houston that would do that on a continuous basis. I've had to do it a couple of times, actually. But key point, can't bail you out, but I can pick you up. That's it. Communication is a big part of, hardest part of it sometimes, being able to communicate with people who see things one way and then you see things your way, you know. But to me, if you're the producer of the event and you're in charge, you do it your way, you know, just like, you know, the Whopper, you want it your way, you know. I work really hard at what I do, and I'm just real passionate about it, just like you will. No different from you. It's just a little bit different of a medium. I'm the festival organizer, promoter, artist, musician, therapist, even. That's another thing. All the bands know they can call me and get it straight from me. That's what my mom, you've heard of Dear Abby, right? Okay, well, my mom calls me Dear Alex sometimes, because sometimes I get called, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I welcome it, because I tell these guys, look, when you want another man's opinion, if you want somebody who's not gonna blow smoke up your ass and tell you what you want to hear, call me. I'll tell you real quick. It'll make your head spin. You know? I mean, but that's the way I am. I like to be very transparent. Because, you know, when you're bullshitting around and stuff, a lot of times you got to backtrack and cover it up with other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
See, those days are over for me. I've been very transparent now for over 20 years, you know?
Yep, the problem with all that is that it never ends.
Oh, it never ends. It's just like this. Like, get this. Let me tell you a curse of the music business. So there could be one member in the band that I can't stand. Just a dick, arrogant, no self-humility, no humbleness at all. But I can't do anything about it. I can't stop working with them. You know why? Because everybody else in the band is cool and respectful to me. So yeah, that's been a dilemma big time. When you got a rock star singer that thinks he's Elvis, but he's only sold 10 records over the last 5 years. I mean, I'm all about encouragement, but sometimes, you know, don't quit your day job, you know?
Well, it's amazing that you would share that, because yeah, I learned a long time ago. There's always somebody bigger. There's always somebody better. There's always somebody
exactly,
and that's play better. You know,
and that's why I told you before, Dreamer. That's why I don't compete with anybody but my own ideas.
Yeah.
If I want to, hold on. 10 years ago, I came up with. 10 years ago, I came up with. Over 10 years ago, way over 10 years ago, I came up with the Houston, the Homegrown 420 Music Festival, and I did that for about 7 or 8 years in a row. So yeah, basically, you know, that's it. I just compete with myself, my own ideas. You know, I want to do something. I talk to some bands, and everybody knows that I do a pre-sale ticket thing, but it's on the next level compared to anybody else here in Houston. There's no doubt about that. And then, of course, I've got somebody like Jay helping me out with the graphic artwork, the look of the event. And we sit down and we hammer it out in our own special, very special, unique way. I mean, a lot of people don't know that I'm the one that got Jay, put the Jedi mind trick on him and got him here to Houston as fast as I could. Yeah. And the column he writes for Music News, that was mine. And I had to find somebody that was just off-centered as much as me, and a little weird and straightforward and no bullshit, but who actually cares for the scene. So I pulled Jay down the rabbit hole. So I'm an incredible judge of talent. I mean, look at who I brought to Texas. Look at who I brought specifically to Houston. A total international badass, Jay Lamborghini.
That's right.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. And he'll be the first one to tell you I'm right. I love you, Jay.
Now, Jay is amazing, Jay. And a big shout out does go to Jay Lamb's Remy for anybody that's just coming in. Hi, welcome to the show. You're watching Hanging with the Dreamer with your old buddy, the Dreamer, Mr. Alex Lozano from the United Musical Alliance. A big shout out definitely goes to Jay Lamb's Remy. And I found out that, well, I found out a few things, but Jay and I hit it off from the very beginning.
Just like we did.
You know, the very beginning. See, the like minds think alike. And
that's true.
You know, people who are straight from the heart, straight for what they stand up for, what they believe in. People that
not hypocrites. You got to believe in what you do.
People that aren't afraid to say, you know, can we do this different? What can we do different? What can I do different? Let's make this thing better. This thing could be gigantic. Let's, you know what I mean? And those are the people that will meet other people and know instinctively.
Oh yeah, because it's a feeling, you know, it's almost like your spider senses go off. You're like, wow, this guy is awesome. I invited him in 2017 to come from Pennsylvania to play multiple sets at my Homegrown Festival. Well, one or two of the bands canceled out, and Jay ended up playing 3 or 4 different times. There was a couple of times because, you know, I just met him, just brought him down to Houston. Had no idea that he was going to love this and come down here and meet the love of his life. That all just kind of things happen for a reason, kind of destination kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Jay is not a guy who needs to be out in the sun very long. He's like Casper the Friendly Ghost, and he got burnt. I mean, he put on, so he did so much work that I know he got his booty sunburned for the first Homegrown Festival that I did with him. But yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with, and like I said, a lot of people know that we work together, and a lot of people are not real happy about it, but for stupid reasons, you know, just dumb, ignorant reasons, you know. But he is really my little brother.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, my mom had a miscarriage when I was a little boy, and she said, she always used to tell me that you're glad I didn't have your little brother because you would have tortured him to death. Her exact words, which is, she's full of it. I love you, Mom, but you're full of it. But anyway, but yeah, he's like really the reincarnated. I always tell him that. I said, dude, you're the reincarnated. I mean, I would really take a 50 caliber depleted uranium round right between the eyes for that guy. Only because he's done so much for me. And the value that we've added to each other because, you know, like Jay would say, I am legendary. So, you know, but I'm just saying what Jay would say.
Jay is amazing. Jay's the guy. He's a visionary, and I've told them this.
And the fact that I get to call him one of my best friends.
Yeah.
That's a lot, because people throw the word friendship around way too lightly.
Yeah.
Now when you're ready to help me bury a body, now you're my friend. No, I'm just kidding, but not really. But yeah, you know what I mean.
No, sure, I agree.
We have that kind of commitment to each other, and he's not loyal just to me. He's loyal to a whole bunch of people, you know. But just like life, you know, you got to be loyal to yourself.
Yeah.
And Jay hooks everybody up in one way or another. His magazine, his high voltage. I tell you what, we got to get back on track because this is turning into a J-Love fest. So.
Well, yeah, well, that's the way it is. So I mean, Jay has.
So before I get on another tangent, my little brother, how about we name the other bands for Sunday?
Yeah, well,
my mom's over here pointing at me like, you need to talk about the other bands. Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, I would like to say a big shout out to the most incredible woman that I know, that I've ever known, my mom, Alice Fixmer. I've put her through hell and back. Why she didn't, you know, abandon me and throw me in a garbage can is beyond me. But thank you, Mom, for not doing that. I'm serious. Half of her gray hairs are because of me, but I love her more than life itself, brother. If anything happens to her, man, you might as well just bury me right beside her because I'm such a mama's boy. And if you're a mama's boy and you love your mom, good for you because you only have one.
Well, my mom lives with me. And
Yeah, well, she's an amazing woman, bro, to have a son like you.
You know, thank you. That she is. I mean, my mom, and
I'm gonna go ahead and put the poster up because it looks so good, Will. Look at that.
There you go.
Look at all those bands: rock, alternative, blues, singer, songwriter, metal, progressive rock, no death metal and no gangster rap. I don't like to do shows where I have to have a metal detector, but yeah, you know. Houston Hempfest, August 28th and 29th, BFE Rock Club. Over 20 days. The Dreamer will be there in spirit.
Oh yeah, Dreamer's gonna be all over that place.
The Dreamer's all over the place, guys. Don't forget that. He's worldwide. Matter of fact, other alien life forms have been contacting him to get some airplay from other planets. That's how bad the Dreamer is. Everybody wants the Dreamer. He will not let them probe him, but you know, he will help them with content.
Well, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I will. You know what? Hey.
So let me name these. Okay, so let me name these bands before I forget because I'm having such a good time hanging with the Dreamer.
Awesome.
Sunday, August the 29th, next Sunday, on the Hempfest stage, which is the inside stage, the one with the air conditioning, not to be mistaken for the outdoor stage with no air conditioning. So inside, we're going to kick it off with my good friend, Matthew MATTOX. He leads a band called Big Bad Lion, and it's like a reggae progressive. He is an amazing saxophone player, and his band is kind of like not split up right now. They're just doing different things, part of it due to COVID. But he's playing at 3 p.m., kicking off the inside stage, playing for his mother, his family members, and his grandma are coming all the way from Dallas to see him play. And let me tell you, he can play the saxophone. I mean, butter and biscuits, Will. I mean, Ninja, you know, Dreamer, he is so awesome. Dog Jones at 5 o'clock. They're a really good band out of Katy, Texas. Straight ahead rock music. Michael, he's the big bad guitar player in the band. They do a really good job. And then a really, really popular band from Dallas, Texas called Ghost Pilots. Very good band. Really good band. They're going to be playing inside at 6:30. And then I have blues psychedelic rocker. He's just amazing for that particular style of music. That's James Henry Band. My buddy Steven Perez picked it up. Hey, big shout out to you, Steven Perez, for making moves, wanting to get into the music business. I will put you in music Jedi training at no charge. Okay, I'll hook you up. All right. And then headlining the hemp stage is ESPARZA project. Did those guys ever contact you? Okay, fantastic. Okay, they've really got it going on, and they can also do rock and hard rock in Spanish. Excuse me. Which, if you don't know, and if you're from Texas, there's a few Hispanics here, by the way. So anyway, let's go to the hydro stage outside, all the way from the Valley, Harlingen, Texas. Not dead yet. She's a female promoter of, a female producer, artist, all the way from the Valley in Harlingen. And she's going to kick things off. 5 p.m., we have the Blue Ghost District. Another hip hop rap artist. He's actually from Corpus. He's coming here. So really got a bunch of bands from all over the state. Jacob Mintner at Jacob Minter at 6:30 p.m. I always have a problem with his name sometimes. I don't know why, but I love you, Jacob. And even though you didn't pick up your flyers and posters, I won't crush you like a little grape. I love you. Okay. So anyway, did I call him out or what? Huh? Anyway, 8 p.m. Swamp Hippies, great band. It's Maston Walker, which is a famous cat. He's been around the Houston scene for a long time. Randy St. John has actually played with some famous artists before. He's a famous drummer here out of Houston, Texas, and they're called the Swamp Hippies. Sounds perfect for a hemp fest, you know, just rolls right off your tongue. And then
Thank you,
I have the Examiners from Galveston, Texas, a really cool blues rock band, classic rock, got originals. They also do cover, but you gotta love that name, the Examiners, you know. The Examiners, and that's on the Hydro stage Sunday. So you know, it's only $20 a day, hosted by NOLA Ray and myself. I want to thank my sponsors, Music News, Main Gate Tickets. You can also go to Main Gate Tickets and put in Houston Hempfest. You can get them online. That's one of our sponsors. High Voltage Video Magazine, which is Jay Lamb's Remy's project, who's also the designer of the outfit. And I'd like to thank our unofficial sponsor for this year's Hempfest, The Dreamer. It's unofficial, but official. You're there in spirit, brother.
Well, I definitely want to thank you for that. I have some good folks in the chat, and Carla Kay is here. She says we're live. I enjoy the recorded shows as well. Hi, Will. Hi, Carla Kay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Music Therapy Labs is telling Carla I've been to Corpus Christi for work with the airport and some work for ICE. And then Music Therapy Labs also said, and Homeland Security. I went to the Surf Club bar to watch some live music. Great place. Carla Case says ICE. International.
Tell her to take a road trip to Houston, and I'll get her in free at the Hemp Fest.
Yeah, Carla. Definitely. Music Therapy Labs. That was like 5 years ago, though. Is that place still there? You know, one thing I love about my family of dreamers that show up for live shows and watch my record. Yeah, without them, I'd just be sitting in the corner of the kitchen talking to myself.
No, I feel the same way about the bands I work with. You know, it's a great mix of a little bit of everything, and actually, in a weird kind of way, what I do, especially being type 2 diabetic, I've got a natural energy, but I have to pace myself. I have to know when I can, you know, utilize it, you know, because I'm no spring chicken anymore, you know, and it's definitely a young man's game, but it's also a game made easier for me because I've been doing it for so long, and now I'm busier now than I was in my supposed prime. So that's been kind of throwing me for a loop, but I'm knocking on wood. This is real wood. It's not particle wood. So, you know, so I'm very fortunate that I got that. And I have an incredible support system with my family. Absolutely. You know, God rest my dad passed away about 7 years ago. I miss him dearly, but me and Mom were taking care of each other, and she's big time on, you know, watching my back. You know, she tells me the stuff I don't want to hear, you know, the same way I tell bands to, you know, I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt, you know. If you ask me something, I'm going to tell you my real honest opinion. So.
Well, Carla, that's awesome. Carla,
yeah. After me, I'll tell them I'm dead serious. Anybody who comes in from out of state or out of city, whatever, and they want to come there and they mention the Dreamer, they get right in, no problem.
Well, Carla Case says road trip ? The smiley is free ?
Absolutely.
My kind of words. Carla,
but now with that being said, it's free for her plus one, not a carload like you're going and sneaking in everybody to do a drive-in. That's not happening. But yeah. U plus one. What's her name? What's her name? Carly?
Yeah, Carla. CARLA. Carla K.
All right, Carla. Nice to know you, Carla. Yeah. U plus.
Yep, that's awesome.
And she's in Corpus.
Yep, Carla, where exactly in Texas are you?
Is Carla in Corpus Christi?
That's
I lost that for a second.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. The
yeah. Because I do plan on putting on some shows around San Antonio and Corpus, maybe next year if I've got enough time.
Well, she says Carla, laugh out loud. She wouldn't do that. Carla's in Kansas.
Ooh, you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Will she click both of her heels? And I want to see her red ruby shoes.
Well, Carla, definitely, yeah. If you can make your way over to Houston, Texas, to the BFA.
You're VIP, Carla. VIP. Matter of fact, first beer's on me, and I'll buy you some tacos.
Head on over. Head on over. If you get a chance, go to Houston, Texas, August 28th, 29th. BFA Rock Club. You'll meet Alex Lozano. You will meet J. Lamb's Remy. You will meet the whole crew. And
Jay will be in Meadow in the Mountain that weekend, but he'll be there in spirit.
And then Jay's gonna have to come back. Because he will be in West Virginia at the start.
Yeah. And he's actually helping me out with my next showcase I'm doing. I'm just doing a 4-band showcase, something a little new. It's going to be called the United Music Alliance presents Texas Rocks Ultra Showcase. And I was going to talk to you about maybe sponsoring and helping with that, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But that's going to be September the 18th. I usually give myself a little more time, but since it's only going to be 4 bands, not my usual 6 or 7 band thing, or, where I got like 20, 30, 40 bands. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Carlos says smack dab in Miller, USA.
Yeah, he is. He's right there in the heartland.
And Carla K says, what, a promoter? Actually, Carla, yes. Mr. Alex Lozano is with the United Music Alliance, and he is a promoter, and he's one of the best promoters I've met so far. That's a man of his word.
That's much too kind.
I do endorse. Dreamland Studios does endorse United Music Alliance, Carla, and Dreamland Studios also endorses Mr. Alex.
Thank you so much, Dreamer. That means so much to me, man. I can't wait for all these bands I get to turn you on to now. This is so great.
Let me tell you, Carla, when I met Alex, and when I met, let's see, Carla says, thanks, Alex. I might take you up on that beer.
I double, triple dare you.
No, well, I'll tell you, when I first met Alex, through our mutual little brother, J. Lamb's Remy.
The Super Ram.
Yeah, Super Ninja, that's for sure. And but I gotta tell you, I had a simpatico spirit, a connection with Jay, and Jay and I do have some things in common.
Right between the ears is what you guys got in common.
And
just like this. Just do that for 10 seconds and right on the temple. Yes, you'll be on the Ninja, the Dreamer wavelength.
Well, we are. We are definitely connected on that creative.
Oh, you both of you guys are a couple of internet brains, man.
We're
I'm just glad that I get to be what's the word? Bookended by I got Dreamer on one side and I got Jay Lance Remy on the other. I got my sound production guy, the Bear. I mean, it's talk about the dream team. I mean, let's call it what it is. But
well.
yeah, I flow through all of you guys, and without y'all's kinetic energy, I'm just the shell of a person. Period. I mean, seriously. I mean, when I say not like living through vicariously, but the energy force that I pick up from and everybody has it, some more than others, you know. Did you ever see the movie The Green Mile?
Sure.
Okay. I've got some of those abilities. Now, I can't grab you by the balls and cure your syphilis or nothing like that, you know. But I think a lot of humans have these powers, and my superpower is honestly is trying to see the good in everybody. You remember I was telling you I can't really get mad at a band just because one member is a bad apple, but everybody else in the band is fantastic, so I kind of have to like bite the bullet and go, yeah, this band is really good, but the singer's a dick. You know, I'm not one to pull punches. You know, I definitely speak my mind, and that's why I wish everybody could be. It'd be a better world if everybody would be truly transparent and, you know, didn't have their hidden agenda bullshit. You know, but I know that's a part of the business too. So, but hey, I also want to let you know, like I said, that the other show that I'm doing that's going to be headlined by ESPARZA Project.
Yeah.
The band Psychosis is going to be on it. That's my boy Tony Russell, total badass singer-songwriter, Sharfer on bass, just a fantastic artist, the leader and founder of the band Psychosis. And then I got Cold Water, don't know a whole lot about that band. And then Closure. Oh my God, I almost forgot to talk about these guys. Benton, Kyler, all the guys in the band Closure. Brother, this is one of the most baddest bands on the planet, man. They're out of Groves, Texas, just on the other side of Beaumont. I'm pretty sure for the Homegrown Festival, they sold over $1,000 worth of tickets. Yeah, they blew out all the other bands when it came to that. But yeah, Closure with the K. Jay likes them a lot. They're really, really good. And they're going to be actual opening up for ESPARZA Project. ESPARZA Project, excuse me. I'm ESPARZA Project. I got to get there. Sorry about that, Alan. Just totally slicing and dicing up the headliner there. Also going to be setting up a music festival, hopefully March of next year in Destin Beach, Florida, with my business partner, Bear, and setting up tours along the I-10 Gulf Coast, which is basically Lake Charles, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Mobile, Alabama. I heard that they're hungry for entertainment in Gulfport, Mississippi, all the way to the top of Florida. So whenever I set up a festival in Florida, Dreamer, bands that are coming and going, I can set up a few shows for them, so they're really getting their money's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, ask away. I know you probably got a few more questions. I'm such a blabbermouth. You have to watch it with me and you both talking.
That's all right.
Well, we have a lot to say. We have a lot to say.
Absolutely, and that's a good thing. That's the whole point. I would like to see. Well, this is just me. When I know that when I go out, or the last time I've been out to a real good rock show, been quite some time ago, but probably about 12 years ago. But the last time I've been able to break away and stretch my legs and spread my wings. And the last time I saw a real good rock show, it was a band that was at the caliber that hard rock hierarchy of Stress Level Red. And I will never forget when I was sitting there, the front tables, having a few beers and watching this great band, thinking about, now how can I get this guitar player's tone? Being a player myself, being a guitarist as well. And I remember thinking, man, what I would love to see would be 4 high-level, top-tier hard rock bands, starting with Stress Level Red, and maybe even Jeffrey Carlson, the Jeffrey Carlson band. They're on Facebook, and I could see them performing. I could see Stress Level Red, the Jeffrey Carlson band on Facebook, John Ferris's State of Mind for a third, and then somebody like Junkyard or Dangerous Toys for a fourth. I think that would make a killer bill. What do you guys think in the chat? Come on, dreamers, shout out. I'd like to hear what y'all think about that. But I remember thinking to myself, man, I have such a passion for hard rock and such a passion for music to begin with. Like I said, and I play, my whole life's been surrounded by it. Yeah, that's it right there. Look at that. Check out the Hempfest.
Size does matter. Don't ever buy small little tickets. You got to do like Arnold, and you got to pump up the big ticket, man. Because I'm in with the dreamer.
Definitely. And I gotta tell you,
that would be a powerful lineup, though. Stress Level Red, you can never go wrong because Mike is the real deal, Holyfield.
Yes, he is.
I love you, big man. Always have, always will. I don't know why you don't want to, have me come over and serenade you like I used to. I miss you, brother.
Yep, I love those guys. I talked to Lynn and I talked to Thomas.
Great guitar player.
Frequently.
Wow, man.
I was just talking to Lynn last night, as a matter of fact, about
Lynn.
About some guitar stuff.
You're a bad mofo. X marks the spot.
Yeah, he is.
Stress Level Red.
Yeah.
Is awesome. Fantastic. Darren, the drummer, just everybody, the bass player, all those cats. I've known them for years.
Well,
I've known Mike all the way back to Bomb Squad days. I go back with him 25 years ago.
Well, Carla K's asking you a question. Alex, are you in a band? Do you play instruments as well as promote?
Tell her she can punch in and hear my only single. It's very dated. But remember, I think you spun it. I don't think you spun it, but I know Jay has. Did you ever get a chance to listen to that pro song of mine called Wayward Dancer about the pot smoking stripper?
No.
Okay. If you'll punch in YouTube Wayward Dancer, you'll find that single, and it'll blow you away, dreamers. That's me on vocals and guitar.
You got that, Carla? Check it out, Wayward Dancer.
Wayward Dancer, 2 words. It'll pop right up. That's me on vocals and guitar. Now I'm doing a heavy melodic acoustic thing with my 12-string, which is because I know you said that when I was playing for you that it was kind of fading in and out.
Mm-hmm. Now, does
that mean that it wouldn't be coming out correctly maybe for the show? Maybe?
Oh, Carla, yeah. Carla K says, will do. Yeah, if you, it's weird. It's like first couple strums, I heard that. Carla K says, oh man, 12 string.
Down on the bayou. A lot of people don't know Houston was built on a bayou, so that's kind of dedicated to that.
Yeah, I think I heard that before.
Yeah, you might have.
Maybe.
But yeah, you need to go check out Wayward Dancer, like after the show and crank it up and maybe play it on one of your other episodes or something. Sure. It's definitely worth it because I know you're into really hot guitar players, and my buddy who plays lead on it. It's funny, a lot of people thought that was me on there because I am playing. I did write the song. It is me on guitar. They just didn't ask me specifically lead or not. So, like Alex, you're.
Uh-oh. We have a frozen screen, everybody. Modern technology. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, for
guitar playing has gotten so good. It obviously is. Yeah, well, it's messing up every time. It's connected to it.
Well, I got your voice now, Alex.
Yeah, I lost you for a little bit when one of our landlines. Can you hear me, Will?
Yeah. Hear you and see you.
I lost you there for a bit when the landline. Oh, yeah, my landline is connected somehow to the internet or whatever.
Well, I hear that. I know.
Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, can you hear me now? Am I back on?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, because I was off for a little bit, but.
Whoa.
But yeah, I tell you what, this guitar has been like a therapist for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's a song right off the top of my head. Check this out.
It's for you, Carla.
I'm hanging with the dreamer, hanging for a good time. Hanging out with the dreamer. You better get in line, yeah.
Very cool. Hey, you know what? That's how it all starts, just like that. That's great.
I'm hanging with the dreamer. He's doing so good, helping out all the bands like you knew he would. Yeah. Hanging with the dreamer.
Carla K is saying, cool, man. New intro.
That's just right off the top of my head. The New Dreamer song by Alex Lozano.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Lozano, Soprano Lozano, Aces Lozano. Oh my God, I've been called so many things.
Check this out. Check this out, Alex. Carla K saying, cool, man. New intro. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, you got total permission to use that. I mean, that was for you, man. That's an early Christmas present.
Well, you know what? That we may need
to. It sounds kind of cool, man. I mean, anytime you can sing the word dreaming in anything, it's like, I was over here going, he's a dreamer. He's a not screamer. I'll be here all week. No, I'm just kidding.
That's cool, Alex. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. So
Hopefully, I think later maybe we'll talk about it because I think I'd like to write a theme song for you and just be a gift from me to you. You know, hanging with the dreamer, the song. You know,
I could put some graphics to it, and I can make a show intro out of it. That would be.
matter of fact, I probably shouldn't do this. I probably shouldn't do this, but because of my creative side, I just have to. I can't lie to myself.
Right.
So I came up with a fantastic idea. You're going to have a contest to see who's going to write the new theme song, because you use different songs for different shows, whatever, but you need to have a contest, and they're going to write a song that features the dreamer in it. All about the dreamer, all about dreams. Think about that. Think about once you do this contest, how many people are going to write a song about the dreamer? Hundreds of people are going to do that. You're welcome. No applause, just money. No,
that's an awesome idea. As a matter of fact, I think I'm starting the dreamer starting screaming.
And then you can pick, and then dreamer, you can pick the one that's you, because it's your thing, you know. Or you make it a poll between all of your listeners and let them decide. Let them decide, and that would be the most awesome part, is to let all of your dreamers pick your new dream song, you know? So that one was kind of cool, see? Or you could go something like this. He's a dreamer. He likes to dream big. California, all Los Angeles. So, you know, oh my gosh. I mean, I came up with this great promotional idea for the dreamer to do the dreamer songs thing. So as long as I get credit for that, I'm happy.
That is perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect. As
now you're gonna have hundreds of bands writing songs about the dreamer, about dreaming.
You know what?
How positive can that get?
I'm gonna do a Facebook poll.
Yes. And be sure to let them know that it was sponsored by the United Music Alliance, that I gave you the idea. I got to get credit for it.
Absolutely. I'm writing that down right now, as a matter of fact, because I'm going to do this. I think
this is so awesome. I can't believe it. I'm so glad you're implementing this idea. Yeah. This is so amazing. Well, I'm all about the dreaming, and when I found your name, and it just goes with everything. Like, well, just like that big thing I want to do out there, the Dreamers Fest out in Los Angeles. Once things, you know, become whatever, then I'm going to go. Brad Pitt doesn't know it yet, but he's going to cut me a check. My mom's kind of having a good chuckle about that, but weirder things have happened.
Yeah.
Dude, if I have $1 for every time somebody told me no, we would be doing a live stream from my house in Hawaii.
Yep, me too.
You know?
Me too.
But you know, Los Angeles is a city of dreams. I mean, let's face it, you know, and they've been asked every weird question. Think of how many people are going to Los Angeles wanting to put on a gigantic dream festival. Nobody but me and you, brother.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? That just
but everybody's living in fear, and it's kind of crazy out there, and you got fires and earthquakes and cost of living. It's just, you know, things are tough all over, not just for a lot of people, you know, and you know, we all got to count our blessings, not our burdens, and then try to support one another and be real positive. Real quick, Dreamer, I just wanted to make a shout out again about the Houston Hempfest next week.
Definitely.
Yeah, all of these bands, all of you guys, man, playing this year's Hempfest, man, I appreciate it so much. I have so much fun doing this stuff. Like, there's an open mic that a couple of the bands are going to go to, 5:15, and I think DUBTRINE and myself are going to go. J Easy Beezy puts on like 4 or 5 awesome, incredible open mics all around Houston. And the one he does on Tuesday looks like a Friday or Saturday at any club that was doing really well. So to have that kind of crowd on a Tuesday is extraordinary. You know, so but yeah, got to have a real good taco truck out there for the Hempfest, ice cold beer, good drink specials. It's going to be a blast, guys.
Before I go into my next question, Alex, I wanted to pop this up. Carla K says the Dreamer is worldwide. Thank you, Carla. Share this show, share my channel, share my interviews, please, Carla. Please share, and tell people about the Dreamer's Life. Tell people about the United Music Alliance. Tell people about Hanging with the Dreamer, and let people know. Let people know, because I'm doing what I believe in, and I'm doing what I love. And I'm doing what I wear my heart on my sleeve for. And I'm doing what my whole entire life has been about. And that's music, whether it's playing it, writing it, recording it.
Or talking about it with one of the many bands that you're helping out.
Talking about it, yeah. Oh, please, Carla, I put in a lot of hours. And I've been doing this now for just about 2 years almost, and I have over 150 plus shows behind me. I mean, I'm all in. I'm just going for it. I just want to get the word out, Carla. And
brother, it's happening every day. Your fan base is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just this way. It's very generic. You know what I'm saying? You know. Build that repertoire like you're doing, you know, by being personable, by being a Southern gentleman that happens to live in Southern California, a Southern California dreamer gentleman, you know, and that's the best way to do it is generic, real super fans, like real super dreamers. Like there needs to be a whole nother level of dream fan, like super dream, you know. Seriously.
Absolutely. And I also wanted to announce real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the Hempfest very quickly. That I'm working on a new promotional package now for anybody who donates to my channel through PayPal, to help me pick my production up, improve my production, not to line my pockets. That's not why I'm in this. I'm in this to keep the lights on and improve my production and to reach as many people. Yep, the Hempfest, reach as many people as I can. Because my years are not getting any longer. And I want to be like Godzilla. I want to be remembered for leaving deep footprints. So I have good people like Alex Lozano on talking about the Hempfest.
Yeah, total professional people like me that are total pros.
You know, so please consider donating to my PayPal. And I guarantee you, once that's
you'll be a smarter person if you donate to the Dreamer. Donate to the Dreamer and good things will happen.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the new promotional package that I'm writing up right now on paper includes my most loyal fans, my most loyal listeners.
Well, you need to, as soon as you can, I need the XX Hanging with the Dreamer shirt, and I will promote it like for a shirt, you'll get $1,000 worth of value from the Music Jedi. But I need that XX. I mean, think of that. Hanging with the Dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And then you know what? You put all the name of all of the bands that you've worked with, as many as you can, all on the back. You know, you make that thing I mean, yeah, you need to hook up with Jay about your Dreamer shirt line. You know, you have some for the girls. Got to have 2 or 3 different ones for them. Me, if I don't cut this, like if you sent me one of your Dreamer shirts, hanging with the Dreamer shirt, and if you saw me wearing it with the sleeves still on it, secretly I don't really like you. See how the sleeves are off, right?
I bet.
You'll never see me in a t-shirt without the sleeves cut off. And if it is, it's because I don't really care for that band. So when I get the Dreamer shirt, as soon as I get my Hanging with the Dreamer shirt, as soon as I get it, I'm going to cut the sleeves off and I'm going to wear it with pride like nobody else's business.
Well,
and then whenever I get my little internet thing going, if I can find the right club, because I'm not going to dive down the rabbit hole as much as you, maybe like once a week kind of thing, because I'm so busy. But I'm definitely going to need you to consult me and give me some tips on how to be a good host. And I know I've got a natural ability for it, you know, there's no doubt, but it's always, once you think you know everything, that's when you know absolutely dog shit, because you stop learning, you stop living.
Well, this is something. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I learned this morning. I'm learning a couple things, and it's not even chow time yet, and I've already learned like 3 things prior to the show starting today. And this is a big day for learning for me, I'll tell you. Check this out. Alex Carla K in the chat says, name the bands. Too many. Rage Breed and High Voltage alone would blow up the net. Merch for sale? Link in description box below, Alex. Yep, anybody who wants to get a Dreamer shirt, who wants to join my dream team, who wants to be part of my ever-growing Dreamer family.
The gold medal Tokyo winning dream team.
Absolutely. The link is right down in the description box below. And
Carla, you better get your butt down to Hempfest.
It's very important that as much as possible we all support each other. Because let me tell you, see, the thing is, we are all in this together. We are
more now than ever.
More now than ever.
On fire like it is.
You know, and without awesome loyal viewers, well, I consider my family members, Carla K and Music Therapy Laz, and a few others, Fruitcake Tony, definitely Robert CREECH, and Alex Lozano, and J. Lance Remy, and Karina Shear, who's going to be on Hanging with the Dreamer this Thursday. Carla K says, Alex, you better buy that shirt. This is my only entertainment. Why is this your only entertainment? Really? This is your only entertainment? Wow, I'm honored. Thank you, Carla. Well, wait a minute, you're talking to Alex. That's awesome. So let's see if we can provide some more entertainment for Carla K and for all the rest of the dreamers that will catch this on the replay or come on in, and better late than never. So about the Hempfest, what does the stage like? What does the PA look like that the bands will be using for the Hempfest?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what PA, but I know the inside stage is bigger than the outdoor stage. I don't know exactly what gear. I know my partner is using EAW outside, which is Eastern Acoustic Works, one of the top sound gear companies in the world. And it's just going to be so hot outside. I just want to make sure all the artists are nice and cool and got plenty of water to stay hydrated.
Well, Carla Kay says I'm antisocial only because I'm a spoon, and she's got a happy face with the laughing LMAO. That's great, Carla. So I'm the spoon. I'm the dreamer. Nice to meet you. Ha! So, Alex, tell me, what is if you had a vision? Well, what is your vision? What would you like to see happen for Alex Lozano's vision for promoting and for building and
Well, the 1 year plan is really a little bit in limbo because of this new variant. But I'm going to keep moving along. Like the festival that I'm going to produce in Florida next year, I'm going to leave like a week after Hempfest to go down there and initiate it and start putting it all together like everything's normal, but even though I know it's not. So just in case we're able to overcome this horrible pandemic and get things back to semi-normal, wear a mask if you want to, then I'll be better off for it, just in case. But I could also put in a ton of work and fall flat on my face because the country's not taking care of itself. So I've gotta dream and believe that I'm gonna do this no matter what anybody thinks, family, friends, you know what I'm saying? I gotta pretend that not everything's okay. I know it's not, but I'm just, so just in case I can get the ball rolling, if that makes sense. So. Oh, you want to hear something really cool? Check this out. This little finger tapping thing I just came up with not too long ago. So I'm just being weird.
No, that's cool. Carla Kay has a question for you, Alex. What is your beginning of Hempfest? Do you mean how is Alex going to start the Hempfest out? How are you
What is she asking? What is she asking again?
How is your beginning, or how did you come up with the Hempfest idea? Is that right, Carla Kay? Am I asking the right question? What led you, or let's see, says Alex, what was your beginning of Hempfest?
Well, it started with a joint. I smoked a joint. Hello?
I might have, and that's
No, but after that, because I mean, look.
Oh,
besides the flower, hemp is one of the only things that can save this planet. You can feed millions of people. It does so many amazing things besides the part that gets you high. We don't even have enough time for that. Maybe some other time. But yeah, hemp they used to tie off battleships with hemp before synthetics, before polymers and plastics. But seriously, hemp can feed millions. It helps with pain. You can't believe the millions of people that suffer from cancer that have been liberated because, not liberated, but they've gotten some kind of comfort out of, cannabis, CBD. I mean, look at it. It wouldn't be a multi-trillion-billion-dollar business if it wasn't helping people,
Well, Carla, absolutely, I agree with that, and I'll have to tell you why at another time. But Carla Kay said, Alex, did you start it? Did you start Hempfest, or did you jump on board?
No. Actually, Hempfest has been going all over the world, but I did start the first ever homegrown 420 music festival that I ran for about 7 or 8 years in a row before I just kind of took a break, and then the COVID hit. So, but I'm going to bring it back now stronger than ever, and I'm going to make it a biannual, homegrown 420 music festival.
Does that answer your question, Carla K? The
Ask away.
Let me know. Yeah, feel free to let me know in the chat if that answers your question. If not, I'll ask it again. That's all right. So, oh, Carla K says, I see, fantastic. Okay, cool. So, are you very familiar, Alex, with festivals that are overseas?
No, not really. I know they put on some real good ones.
Well, there's one in Germany called the Wacken Festival. I'm sure Jay knows about it. And that's probably one of my top 3 festivals. Isn't
that like a big giant metal festival?
Yep. And
yeah, it's big. They've got a big budget. That's a multi-million-dollar festival.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, I know that there's being in Houston, Texas, I'm sure that there's plenty of property that could actually be the site of something like that, except with local bands.
Oh yeah, there's space is still a premium out here, but there's still places you could find that you could do some good size fest, just like I did at the Texas Festival grounds. But that's just too far out of the way for me. I need something a little bit closer.
Well, it's awesome. It's awesome to talk to somebody who, I hear the artist's point of view. I hear the artist's side of things all the time. It's really good to talk to somebody who's on the other side of the coin. That's the other side of the business. And it's awesome.
And that's why I like also performing and playing, because that's the way I'm able to relate to the artist a lot better than your other event coordinator, promoter guys, whatever, that basically this is the business to them. See, the deal is a lot of those promoters and stuff, whether they want to believe it, whether they want to admit it or not, I believe that they look at the bands and stuff more of like a number. I don't do that. I do not look at the bands as a number. I look at them as living, breathing entities that are full of life. So that's the way I think about it. And I always have, It's not my way, it's not your way, it's a higher way, a much better way. Stephen Covey.
Yeah, the higher way is exactly right. Carla K wants to ask Alex, what more can we do to help a local band get a jump start in the biz?
What was the question again?
What more, Carla K is asking Alex, what more can we do to help a local band get a jump start in the biz?
Oh, there's so many different ways. The best way, there's not a whole lot that we can do on the media side, unless we have fantastic content to feed our audience. So it has to start with the band having music that doesn't suck. Now, that's also a matter of opinion, just because everybody has a butthole, everybody has an opinion, whatever, but like I have a problem when bands use the word best. See, to me, there's no such thing as the best. There's only different. Because you remember we were talking about on any given Sunday, anybody can beat up anybody. One lucky punch, the underdog can beat the champion.
Oh yeah, it's just all timing, really.
Right. So the best way bands can help themselves is, to work really hard, and everybody in the band has to help. That's one thing I would tell local bands. Don't just let 1 or 2 people in the band do all of the work, because that's not a real original band situation.
There you go, Carla. That's it. That's it. So I've been talking to, for those watching right now, Carla Kate, thank you so much for giving us your time today. And this Thursday, or tonight, let's see, Carla Kate says, how do you feel about tribute bands?
Whatever they got to do to make some extra money. I mean, I get it. Crazy thing is with my pre-sale ticket that I do with the original bands, I've actually have original bands making more money than tribute and cover bands and playing only an hour and making $500 or $1,000. But they have to be able to hustle, and some bands work harder than others too. That's just like in life, you know.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't have nothing against them. I mean, I'll book a cover band if I can make a little scratch off of it, you know, for booking them or whatever, you know. You know, it's just like, you know, like me, I'm going to send business your way, and hopefully I'm going to build equity in your company for that. Absolutely. But I'm not asking to get anything from it, but I know that I could send a lot of people your way. And get this, Dreamer, you're going to love this, because I'm going to be doing this stuff in Florida, hopefully next year. I'm going to have a corridor. Think of all the original bands I'm going to meet from Houston all the way to Florida and everywhere in between. And guess what they're going to want to go to? They're going to want to go to Texas.
Yeah. The stars work out for a reason. Carla K says, I expected you to say how to help on the consumer side, support. Purge the merchant, participate. That's a good one. That's real good, Carla. That sounds about right. Wow, Carla's very educated and very.
What are the other people saying? Anybody else chimed in? Ask any other questions?
No, not yet. But I do want to let Carla know, and I do want to let everybody else know who's watching right now, that tonight at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, I will have John Ferris from the band State of Mind will be my guest tonight for a live show. Please
from Beaumont, Texas, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And please pass that around, pass the word around on social media today. You can get the show link off of YouTube, off of my show like page for Hangin with the Dreamer, because it's going to be a very, 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 very special moment in time when I sit down with the mighty John Ferris. And I'm looking forward to this. Just want to share upcoming shows tonight, 6:30.
State of Mind, right there, buddy.
Yeah, boy. State of Mind's playing the Hempfest. This will be a Hempfest interview. Right there.
State of Mind. Yeah. Representing Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah.
Where energy trucks are cheaper.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We will be talking about the Hempfest. This will be an interview for the Hempfest. John Ferris, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Carla says there's three sides to every story theme. Yeah, I've heard of that before. 3 sides to every story. I know that there's 2 sides to every story, but if there's more than 2 people involved, I'd like to see that.
Hey, can I go through the bands real quick? In kind of like a unique kind of way? You ready? All right, here we go. Hempfest, this coming weekend, August 28th and 29th, Saturday and Sunday. Hempfest stage, Post-Profit, DUBTRINE, 515, Robert CREECH project. One of the bands that took the spot for Pocket Watch Theory. Want to thank those guys for filling in for that. NOLA Ray is also our host. Alex Anthony project, that is me. On the Hydro stage, CYMBLEM, State of Mind, John Ferris's kick-ass band, Doug Westcott, the Marilyn Monroe Memorial Church, Stone, ESPARZA, Project. I always mess up that. I'm horrible with that name. ESPARZA Project at 9, and then we got James Henry Band, Ghost Pilots, Dog Jones, Matthew MATTOX, The Examiners, Swamp Hippies, Jacob Minter, the Blue Ghost District, and Not Dead Yet. So it's an incredible lineup of great music next week, only $20 a day. You get to come and have a good time, good vendors, great times, killer music. So
absolutely.
We can never thank the bands enough, because without them, me and you would be out of work.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. That's without a doubt. So everybody check out the description box below. They have the links for tickets and for all the bands that are performing at Hempfest. And I also have Alex's contact links in the description box below. If anybody wants to ask Alex privately a question, please reach out to him. Please reach out to him. Check out the links. Check out the links. And I can't thank everybody enough. Plus, there's a new link that I'm going to be putting in the description box. Well, in my future description boxes. And on Facebook, I'll be able to put this link in. I also, Carla K, I have my own playlist at ragebreedradio.com. And I have a link to post about that. I still need to post on Facebook today.
Oh, look, I've got pick on the brain. Oh, help me, dreamer.
Are those Dunlop mediums?
Oh, my gosh.
Are those Dunlop medium picks?
Oh, my God, I like to love original music to come from the Houston Hemp Festival.
Alex. So everybody, this has been.
That pick on your brain, or are you just glad to see me? Well, I'm glad to see you.
This is the Dreamer talking to Alex Lozano from the Hempfest, from Many Things Coming Up, from the United Music Alliance. This has been a fantastic. What's that, Alex?
Can I say a couple of things before you let me go, pal?
Yeah.
Okay. First and foremost, I don't know why, but this pick is giving me some superpowers here. It's a special pick. It's kind of like something like, anyway, it's giving me powers. Anyway, everybody go support the Dreamer. Go send him some cheddar. Click on his donate button. He's doing a really great service for original bands. And if you're an original band, if you're any of the bands that are playing the Hempfest, look into his packages of promotion that he does for all the bands. And he'll do an in-depth video production with you, and it ties in with J Lamb's Remy and the whole entire this dream team family that the Dreamer and J Lambs and created this incredible atmosphere of getting people's music out there and having these fun interviews with silly, goofy people like myself and other people. And really appreciate what you're doing, Will.
Thank you.
If you guys didn't know, that's Will. You're gonna find out soon. Will's taking over. He's doing a bunch of great stuff, and I really appreciate it, brother, because I know how much hard work it is between the ears, more so than the physical. There's a lot of the mental stress, which is worse than physical stress. So. But thank God I don't cry over spilled bong water, and I love what I do. And there's a saying that I don't believe it, that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's true to a point, but in all actuality, guys, you actually work even harder when you really, really love what you do.
That's
you work harder. And let me tell you, sometimes you work harder and you don't even know it because it's subliminal. Like, I just start to flow. Like sometimes, like I told you, my Jewish friend says, Alex, you got to quit letting people see you're having a good time. You need to be a little more like your shirt. I have the shirt that's Oscar the Grouch. I wear it on purpose because I'm actually the opposite of that guy. But I like to wear it because it's a good conversation piece. And nobody wants to talk to me when I'm wearing my Oscar the Grouch shirt.
Well,
for certain reasons, she's a grouch, but I'm not. I'm really not. You know, but I'm around a lot of grouches. I'm serious. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. If Raid had a grouch spray like they do for roaches or ants, people need to be sprayed that are grouchy. Don't be so grouchy. Life is too short. Once you're dead, you really won't give a shit. I promise you.
I also want to give a big shout out to the Pure Music Factory, John Giles. He is he's a good friend of mine. He's also my promotional partner. And I want to give him a big shout out. He has a worldwide list of upper level clients that he does video production for. And
tell them to fly me in there and we'll put on a big old music festival. I'm ready. I'm ready to hit the road.
And John, reach out to Alex Lozano on Facebook. Get to know each other. Trust me. Trust me on this one, partner. And Carla K says, I support your work all the way. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Carla K.
Thank you, Carla, for tuning in. We really do appreciate your time.
And then Carla K says, hey, you're rocking on. And the Pure Music Factory, John Giles, my promotional partner, says, hey, Carla, yep, still going. You know, see, this is what I love. This is what I love about doing what I do, is that I get to see people relate to each other, and I get to see people support each other and recognize each other in a world that's full of no recognition, in a world that's full of just, you know, boy, I could just go on for days on that, but
Right.
I really love this is why I love doing what I do. It's because people like Carla and people like Music Therapy Labs and people like the Pure Music Factory. The Pure Music Factory says, hey Alex, great job you're doing there.
Well, thank you. Hopefully I'll get to work with you guys in the near future.
Yep, check it out. Reach out to Alex Lozano, John.
Come tell him to jump on an airplane, jump in the car, come on down. He's VIP. They can all show up.
Yep, the Hempfest, August 28th, 29th in Houston, Texas. I'll tell you, without people like you, Jay, Carla K, the Pure Music Factory.
Main gate ticket.
There you go.
This guy is great. He's actually a musician, singer, songwriter, guitar player who owns Main Gate tickets. And so be sure that if you're able to go to the show in Houston, you can get the ticket online and just go to Main Gate ticket and then put in Houston Hempfest, and you will be good to go. Jason, you rock. And Dreamer, you rock like triple gonzo rock.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we have a lot to talk about, Alex, when the show ends. But I just want to thank Alex Lozano for coming on Hanging with Dreamer today, talking about...
My pleasure, brother. Absolutely my pleasure.
The BFE Rock Club, talking about the Hempfest.
Yo, Frankie, BFE Rock Club. Shane, yeah, you sleeping with the fishes if you don't come to the Hempfest, okay? Yeah, you've heard of the Sopranos? Well, I'm the Lozano.
There you go. That's Alex Lozano, United Music Factory, my good friend from Houston, Texas, my brother. Jay Lamb's Remy, my younger brother from another mother, down my spiritual brother. down there in Houston, Texas. Check out the Hempfest. Check out the tickets. Check out the merch. Check out all the support links down in the description box below. You've been watching Hanging with the Dreamer with your old buddy, me, the Dreamer. Just support, support, support. And maybe someday I'll have you on the show also. As a matter of fact, I can promise you that. When at the end of the month, at the end of September, I'm going to sit down and check my statistics. And whoever I see that is giving me, been to as many of my shows and seen, and giving me positive feedback and shared my stuff out, will be invited to come on my guest appreciation show. So
I'm going to come to Los Angeles and produce the Dreamer Music Festival.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Brad Pitt and who else? We'll figure. There's plenty of movie stars and rock stars out there, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll cut us a check.
That's something that we definitely.
$250,000 is just chump change to them,
That's something we're definitely going to be talking about in another.
Oh, baby, you can believe it. I've always wanted to put on a show in Los Angeles. The land. La La Land.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Alex, for coming on Hanging with the Dreamer today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for all you do, brother.
Thank you. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouraging words. Thank you for your friendship and your brotherhood. And thank you very much for coming into the life of Dreamland Studios and staying. Not leaving like others have, but staying. And the Pure Music Factory will be appearing back live with Hanging with the Dreamer in September. We have a new show already scheduled. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. But tonight,
Dreamer? What's the name of his company again?
The Pure Music Factory.
That sounds like a music festival. Where's he located? Is he in Los Angeles also?
No, sir. No, sir. He would be in Great Britain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's it. Tell him to fly me there to Great Britain and we'll put on a giant music festival.
Yeah, he's in the
I just need to stay in his castle. I need it, but I can't do it unless he can put me in a castle. The only way I'm gonna do it.
You have a castle, John? Can I come
Well,
see?
he knows somebody who knows somebody. I bet you money he knows somebody who owns a castle. And maybe if I can't stay there, maybe at least I can maybe sleep in the dungeon. I don't care. It's a castle.
Well,
no, I love my British brothers up there, and I would love to put on an international music festival out there. But it would have to be about 100 bands and absolutely insane. So
check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
You gotta dream big.
You gotta dream big or go home. That's exactly it. Hook up with Alex, John. Say hi on Facebook.
Yeah. Friend request me, definitely.
I'm the Dreamer's promotional partner. Let them know, and you guys get acquainted.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for all that you do, Dreamer. I can't wait to share this with everybody. And
absolutely,
just when you put it all together, just let me know, what's up.
Oh, the Carla K says, Alex, what was the title of your song?
Wayward, 2 words, Wayward Dancer. And it'll pop up on YouTube. It'll be the silhouette of a girl's body, and it's about a pot smoking stripper.
There you go, Wayward Dancer, YouTube. Carla K.
And that's me on vocals and guitar.
There you go. Wayward Dancer, everybody, on YouTube.
Houston Hempfest next week. BFE Rock Club. Sponsored by everybody and the Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dreamer approved.
Yeah, definitely Dreamer approved. The Dreamer's going to be there in spirit, flying around everywhere.
Bro, I'll be talking about you at the show. You can bet on it.
Thank you.
I wish I had one of your banners. next time, hey, maybe for the September the 18th show, you can send me a banner, and I could just keep it here and have you represent all of the shows that I'm doing. We'll talk about that later.
Well, yes, we will talk about that definitely, Alex. Hey,
no. A matter of fact, before I let you go, I mean, it would cost you a couple of dollars, but it'd be totally worth it for you to drop ship. A matter of fact, because of UPS and all that, I could hang, if you could send me a banner, I could hang it up from the main stage, the hemp stage inside, for the whole festival. And man, think about all the bands really getting to know you and that you're reaching out like you're doing. It's just another innovative way I'm thinking of getting you involved. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to definitely consider that too.
Yeah, like I said, if we can't do this one, if you don't have an extra banner, then maybe we can have it set up for the 18th show. The only reason I'm saying for this one is because I've got so many bands, Dreamer.
Yeah.
You know what? We should have talked about this sooner. Should have told you about this. I should have asked you to send me a banner a long time ago.
Well, I'll be able to send you a graphic. I'll be able to send you a graphic.
Yeah.
So I can do that in Facebook Messenger, and maybe you and Jay could figure out a way to incorporate.
I can't go to print right now because I'm already budgeted out.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
For the next time, just give me a sponsorship banner and I'll just hold on to it here. And all of the Houston shows that we do that you're always going to be a part of, and we're going to throw some cheddar your way. It's going to be great.
You got it. I will do that. I'll send one to you right after we end, as a matter of fact. Thank you, Alex.
I'll send you my address, and you can just ship one over to me.
Well, I will send you something in Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay.
I have something already ready. Thank you. And everybody, check out Hanging with Dreamer live tonight, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time.
State of mind.
John Ferris, State of Mind. Not going to want to miss this. Hey, thanks, John. Thanks, Carla K. Thanks, everybody. I love you all. Alex loves you. Thank you.
John just sent me a friend request, so I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Alex, for spending your Monday morning with me. And it was a blast. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dreamer, for all that you do, brother. And I'll be talking to you soon, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Y'all guys donate to the Dreamer. Do it now. Click. Send him money.
Pronto. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Alex.
Later, buddy. I love you much.
Love you too.